You're listening to 89.1 of the Exile Radio. I'm your host, Raymond, and Dungeon Master today. We took DJs all around the station to come play Dungeons and Dragons. On our show, we like to call it DJs and Dragons. How about you guys explain your characters while I make my way to the studio?
My character is Steve Irwin. He's a dragon. He's a, Dragonborn, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Katie?
My character's name is Kelwin. I'm a wood elf and a druid. She was, raised in a tribe all of her life and had premonitions of other races. And I guess she'll figure out the meaning of that as this goes on. But for now, she's just kind of in a search and a quest for knowledge.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, my character's name is Olaplina, also Mooo, or Mer, however you want to. There's a couple of different ways it can be said.
It's, you have to have the right accent.
That's
the whole point of all of this.
She's a rogue elf. She was raised by assassin ninja cows. This gets better every time I say it.
Assassin ninja cows.
And I'm writing a book on how to elf. It's my journey from cow to elf. Yeah.
All right. Lovely.
Gonna come in whenever.
Corey?
How did you guys do yours? Did you say your name first and then your
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
I said my name and character. And now
So my name is Corey Milton. I am the instructor of this program, the afternoon instructor. And these are my high school students who I've been playing with.
Yeah. So he justifies it.
Listen,
Just
man,
to
you wanted
justify the fact that I'm playing with a bunch of 15-year-olds, they're getting a grade. It's okay.
Did you say 15?
None of us are 15.
None of us are 15.
Come on.
It's 16,
12,
17,
I don't
and
know.
18.
But my character is Cruven, who is a half orc, raised by barbarians, but became a paladin in order to hunt the undead. He is a very successful and charismatic business owner, or so he would like you to believe. And he is owner, Cruven Spine Crusher, Crusher of Spines. He owns the tavern, The Crushed Spine.
I'm surprised you didn't say that first.
Any more
Yeah.
spines?
What's that?
Any more crushed spines?
Have I crushed any more? No, I'm going with you guys.
You got any more in your title?
No, that's it.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, Corey, when you were in the studio, did you double check our levels?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure.
Way to break roleplay.
So, so from your perspective, what kind of just went down and what's going down now? Just for people who are listening to get background information and so I can kind of see where you guys are at.
So where we kind of left off was, the king found slaves in the ship, human slaves, may I say, in the ship we were on. They were not our slaves, but he accused us of having these slaves.
Hashtag not my slave.
Not my king.
Okay. And so we convinced him not to kill them yet, and we're seeing them in a week, and now we're being directed to a home, and a house we're staying at for.
It'll be our base of operations
Pretty much.
for now.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, we were hired to end racism.
We were hired to figure out why.
We were hired to
not
solve,
to end it, but
cure racism.
I mean,
Sure.
we
Your
want to.
personal goal is to
We want
cure
to,
it,
but
Ironic, though, because they have slaves.
it's very true.
okay, but they're orcs, not humans.
You're gonna say that to the half orc?
Now, the reason is that it's not because we're undermining orcs. It's in this world, the people
Think that
orcs
orcs
already are, because the thing about orcs is really the only thing that they care about is combat and fighting and just strength. That's all orcs really have in mind.
There's more to us than that.
That's
sir.
I thought you hated orcs.
Corey's character is
And
here to
that you
preach,
can't choose your
preach
parents.
that there's more to them than that, and they're not happy. So
But
as much as I hate saying, oh, they're just orcs, and I hate saying that, but that's how it is in this world, so I have to roleplay it that way.
But as we discovered, those orcs who are slaves are not evil. They were born into slavery.
Yes, they were born
That
into
does
slavery.
seem the case.
So that's all they've ever known. All right, so when we left off, you guys were you were in the king's
Yeah,
castle.
we all just made a perception check on the king.
All right. And so what did each of you notice about the king?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I thought he was pretty cool.
Now, that was because they got that because they didn't roll too well, so they didn't really notice too much about him. Now, what did you notice?
You say
Katie?
roll too, not too well, but
I noticed something very similar to what Cece noticed because we rolled pretty much the same.
Higher, yeah.
However, I noticed something a little extra about him, and that was that not only was he a little off, but he seemed to have a facade about him. That he was really adept at covering up his emotions, and that I felt there was some ulterior motive, but I wasn't sure quite yet what it was. So
I noticed more of that he cared about his image rather than the slaves themselves. He was more concerned about preserving his image.
He's about the brand, which I can respect. It's all about the
You're good. I
brand.
just want your head at the mic.
Brand is power.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, how's
What
your
they noticed
pub going
was it was
along?
kind of his image that
destroyed.
was his priority. For those of you just now tuning in, we are a radio station that is playing.
You don't have to do that consistently. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons for those of you. This is 89.1 the Exile Radio. That's what we're doing. Consistently. And
Give it like 30 minutes and then throw
Yeah,
out
okay, I hear
the
you.
station.
I just want to make sure that anybody who's tuning in just a little bit late to the show can
Know
kind of,
slightly what's going on, and we're
Yeah.
not just talking about fictional creatures.
Which is exactly what we're doing.
that is,
That is
Yeah.
exactly what we're doing.
that is exactly.
that's a pretty good description
Yeah.
of what we are
Now-
doing.
Is going on.
Now, you all just made that check on the king. So, one of his henchmen, one of the sort of the knights that are kind of in charge of you guys at the moment, you all just got hired by the king.
Correct.
So now, all right. So, one of the knights are kind of about to give you kind of instructions as to where to go into town to find your home that the king is providing to you. He's not taking any pay out of your salary for it. He's just kind of giving it to you because he knows you're going to need a place to stay while you're working for him. One of the things that I don't know if anybody already said was that in this place there are two sides to it. So the whole place is divided up between the entire city is divided up by a river that cuts through the town, and what it is yes, she has a map.
crude map.
Now, it is
Nice.
Wow, look at this.
Beautiful.
It is divided by a river that's called the Split. That's the name of the river, and on I believe it was the right side.
Thanks for the
Not the
demonstration.
circle part. The line.
I believe it is the right side that is dominantly elves and
Humans.
elves
Yeah.
and humans, and then it is on the right side it's dwarves and halflings, and on the left side it is humans and elves.
This is your story, man. You gotta get it right.
Yeah, no, I had to look at my notes. Sorry. So the left side is elves and humans. All right. So if you'd like to mark that on your map, it might be helpful. You don't have a
Oh,
pen,
right. Yeah,
do
pen.
you?
I have something for you, Katie.
Do you have one for me as well, actually? Because I forgot mine as well.
I only have one pencil. No, I have two pencils.
Hey, Cora, you
one
have
pen.
one. You have two.
I mean, a
I
pencil
don't
would
care. I just
probably
need
be.
one. I
Just
need
pass that to Katie.
Here you go, Katie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pen.
Perfect. And then Rowan, you kids can share.
So really quick, I would like
So,
to lean over to Kells and say, what race do you think built this castle?
What's it made by?
I think the orcs did it.
What's it made by?
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna let.
Oh.
She's a smart one.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
Should
not
I
allowed
use,
to think anymore.
I would make a history check. All right. So
My history isn't that good, so we're just gonna hope for the best here.
She's
Which roll
using
would
an
that
app.
be, D20?
Oh,
yes.
dice
So
rolling app.
she was using a dice rolling app. Hypocrite.
Actual
All right,
dice.
16 and then plus 2, so 18.
18.
18.
18. So you got an 18. You can tell that
That's the
it
right
was
person.
built by dwarves. It looks like it was built by dwarves.
Wow.
I thought
That's
so.
nice.
The particular style that the bricks are arranged and everything, it screams dwarf. I mean,
It just screams dwarf.
not literally.
It actually screams dwarf.
So maybe it was a dwarf king before.
So one of the king's henchmen is he's about to give you instructions, pointing on Katie's sort of map the place, and he's gonna give one of you. He reaches out to give you one of you the key to the house, or your kind of your base of operations. Who's gonna take it?
I grab it with my big hand.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you notice about this key is oddly huge. Like it's not like
You're now
typical-
cursed.
It's not a modern. No, it's not a modern day house key. It is like it's
futuristic
it's,
one.
No, it's sort of. It's like a cartoony looking key. It's one of those big keys.
It's a novelty key.
Kind of. It's sort of like the one like it's big to the point where you could wear it around your neck. Not like not. I don't mean like through the loop. I mean like you could use it as a necklace charm. Like it's sort of like a key to the city type size.
Can I wear it around my neck?
Well,
If you have a string, yeah, sure.
Let
if
me
you want
see.
to.
I got some rope. I got rope.
That is not going to work. But now, one of the king's henchmen, one of the knights, he's kind of pointing out to Kells where it is. Can I see your map real quick? I'm going to mark it for you.
Yes.
So on the, you actually put it backwards.
I thought you said the left side.
No.
it's
the
a
right-
circle. How do we know which side's the
Literally
right
just
side and the
flip it.
left side?
because it's a river.
Flip it.
There's a river.
Yeah, but you
that
just spin
even
it
if it's
around and the
split.
sides are different now.
Raymond,
Wait, okay.
Raymond, take it.
Okay, fine. So the king's castle is right here. He marks that for you, where I put an X. And then this is oddly handy, this pen. And then right here, he marks is where your house is. So we put where you were and then where your house is.
Okay.
So off in the center of the right side of the so the city's called the Divided City of Agaroth. Well, it has that nickname now. Before it was just Agaroth, but about a month ago it just started to kind of go haywire, and now it is completely divided, literally by the river and metaphorically speaking,
By the
because
people.
In one
each
month?
side hates the other one. So, yeah, it started happening 1 month ago, and it's gradually getting worse. And you guys were hired to stop it.
Can we see where our house is?
It's
Yes,
more on the left, right? So that's where the house is,
Okay.
correct? Because the castle was in the middle, from what I understand. What I understood.
Yes, the X
So that's where our house
where I
is.
marked, that's where it is. So
What a lovely home.
so the king says he kind of cuts in. The king is still kind of furious with you guys over the whole situation with the slaves that he found on your
I thought we
guys'
talked to
ship.
him. I thought we talked to him.
You talked to him, but he's still mad because slaves were there in the first place.
It's not our fault. Come on.
But he's not mad. He's mad because it's going to ruin his image if people find out. Now he says, "Do you have any questions, or can you guys go get to work?"
We will go get to work.
All right.
I do have a question as to like the markets. Is it just in the castle or
The markets,
yeah?
they're littered all throughout the town.
Will we have escorts to our new base?
He looks at you and he says, "Do you really need them?"
I would like company to talk to. More about the situation
He sighs.
from a servant or a knight's point of view.
He sighs, but he kind of waves over to the knights that are in the corner. The ones that are kind of they're both holding spears, sort of as like a guard.
What race are they?
What race? You can't really see under their helmets, but you can tell that they're tall and they're either human or elves.
I think that's kind of obvious. The only other option is
That's all.
dwarf or halfling.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you ask them?
I mean, if they're
I think
elves, don't
that's
they
really-
need like?
The pointy ears. Well,
You don't want to
let's
assume.
stuff them in the
Don't
helmet, I guess.
assume.
That's it. Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
question for the king. 2 questions, actually. Will there be others living in the house, or it'll just be the 4 of us?
It's just you guys and any other guest you want to have.
Second question.
Party?
I just received a message from someone who's listening, and they said that my mic sounds kind of funny.
Okay.
Second question. Will the house be protected?
I don't think you need to worry about that. He says it's pretty. So on the house there is sort of this symbol above the doorway that kind of just straight up says this is the king's property.
Okay.
So if someone messes with it, they're in some serious trouble. So
Okay.
if something happens, you let him know.
What if I get killed?
Well, then something even worse is going to happen to those people. He said now there is sort of somewhat of a butler, and then there is also 2 guards who will stand watch at night.
Okay.
Other than that, no.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so all in favor in moving towards a house?
All in favor. Oh, wait.
Is there a safe in the house?
A safe in the house.
I mean, like an
that is
empty
a good
one.
question.
The king kind of just is like, I have so many houses, I don't even remember.
All right.
I mean, if you're willing
This
to
is
look
a
through it.
wealthy king, guys. Like, this guy.
Question. If there's no safe in the house, can we be provided with one?
I'm sure there's going to be something. And if not, we
I'll
can
dig
probably
a
come
hole.
back
You
in
guys are getting.
There we go.
Like,
be
I
resourceful.
got a couple
He's like, you
treasure
guys are
chests
getting
on
paid.
deck.
Buy yourself a safe. Like, he is. At this point, the king is so just. First, you first made him mad, and now you're being
Irritated.
tedious, and now he's just getting madder and madder. Like,
All right. I feel
On
like
that
we
note,
should
I
leave
feel like
now.
we should go.
you have overstayed your welcome in his castle in his eyes.
Yeah, I feel I am all in
We're
favor.
saving his city.
Okay, so are we
You're lucky you
outside
still
the
have a job
castle now?
after this.
We're being lead.
Okay, wonderful.
Is my mic good?
Your mic is wonderful, sir.
That's fantastic.
As far as I know, somebody might text you and tell me otherwise. But as we're walking out, I kind of go over to Kel's and Olaf over here. And-
Olaplina.
And kind of away from where the knights are, like so I can talk to them, and I kind of in a hushed whisper tone I say, I feel as though the people here are a bit intimidated by my physical might and my grand reputation as a successful business owner, and nobody seems to want to speak to me, which is fine. They're shy. I get it. However, would
I think I
the
hate
two
but
of you
Okay.
talk to them and see how the elves feel about the humans and having a human king?
I would definitely be up for that.
And then I go to my buddy Steve, and I say, Steve, I need you to talk to Thodrum.
Got it.
Do we still have?
I
Thodrum
have
yeah, no,
I
he's
have
following
Oh, okay.
Steve.
a
He's kind of like hiding. He's hiding behind Steve.
I'm
Yeah.
like giving him like a piggyback.
I say I have an idea that will lead to strategic success. What do you call that?
Success.
A plan?
Winning.
There's nothing plain about it.
Listen, man. I don't want you messing with Steve.
Listen,
If you hurt Steve,
no.
You
listen,
mean
listen.
Thodrum?
I want you
mean
to
Thodrum,
talk
you're
to
Steve.
Thodrum.
Thodrum. Yeah, well, I'm talking about myself.
I have one of
talking about
those.
myself in
I've
third
got
person.
one of those planes, and if it's successful,
Plans.
I will. And I say this very quietly. I will get you into that treasury, but I need to make sure we could trust Thodrum. Well, first I say we need to make sure we could trust Pablo.
Corey's character is very bad with names, so Thodrum just became Pablo. So
Yes.
you're telling him. Let me recap. You're telling him that if they find out they can trust him, you think you can get into the king's treasury.
To him, whispering,
So they don't know.
yeah.
All right.
I'll tell you guys later. I'm just very whispering, like, I don't know if it's going to work. Things might not be the way I think that they are. But if they are, then there's a good chance we could get you in there.
You get me in that treasury, I give you 10%.
Sure.
But you've got to join his army.
Yeah, but
he's
we don't
already
know. I'm not going to guarantee that we're going to go in there. I've got this paladin god thing going on where I have to do good stuff. So only if it's good can I go in there.
What's your alignment?
Well, it's like a
So if we find
begrudgingly
something
lawful
out about
good.
the king, maybe
To quote Katie.
Well,
I'm neutral.
I got my own kind of plans going on.
We don't have
Cool.
to
We'll
unsell the
talk.
slaves'
We'll talk.
nonsense.
But I need to make sure that we could trust
I'll get on
little drummer boy.
that. I'll get on that.
Okay.
Thodrum.
Corey. Yeah, right? Corey?
What?
Was it Corey?
It's Cruven.
Craven.
Spine crusher.
No.
Crusher spines.
Crusher
yes,
spines.
Yes.
I'm talking about
Okay.
Thodrum.
I'll let you guys go ahead and talk to the elves and the humans.
So do you want to?
So is this on the
Are we
way
doing
back?
this a team
Are we
effort?
walking through the city now?
Yes, he
Okay,
provided
so-
you with 2 escorts. You
We don't
are-
know which one is a human and an elf.
Well,
or if
then
they're
we
both
don't need to
elves.
talk to the guards
both
per se.
humans.
We could just
They're
talk
both
to one of
humans.
the civilians because I feel like they'll be more open and honest with us than the guards would.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Because can they really say what they want to say?
That's also a good point.
If
I
the
want
king's
those
so
guys to
concerned
be
about
our
his image.
friends. Still.
Yes.
The guards.
Yes.
I feel like somebody needs to befriend the guards.
I got this.
I feel like it should be Katie.
I think they're intimidated by us, my friend. I think we're just too awesome and they're too shy.
Okay, Katie.
I think our
Kelwin?
strength. I think when we flex, it gives them nightmares. So I think we need to. take a
Tone it
step
down.
back.
I think we need to let the elves talk to the elves. You know what I mean?
All right, Kelwin, you can befriend the humans since
I'll go first, and if I
I only have
really
experience
mess
with
up,
cows.
then,
Then I'll come in.
you come in with your cow tongue and just
We had sort
Move
of,
them.
we had sort
There
of
we
a rough
go.
start,
Move
but
them.
you know, we're getting it going.
okay. All right.
All right.
So I decided to stop and gently ask the guards if I could talk to some people around the town just to get familiar with our neighbors, and surely they'll be okay with it. So are they all right with that?
So wait, let me get this straight. You're asking the
Our
guards
escorts, yes.
if you can talk to civilians.
Just our neighbors along the way. I mean, I don't know if they're like busy, like this is a one-way trip. Like
They
you
kind
can't
of
stop
they just
along
don't
the way.
respond because it's one of those implied things where you're like, yeah, like.
Well,
yeah,
then I
you-
thank them and I go up and I.
Because here's the thing: is these knights are pretty silent because they're. See, the problem is these knights. When what you can tell is if they step on anybody's toes, that's
They die.
they're
Yeah.
no, maybe you don't know, but they're in trouble. So they're kind of like they're very cautious.
Okay.
They're
all right.
cautious people.
Okay, well then I still thank them because it seems the right thing to do, and maybe it can build some rapport with them.
Yes.
And I walk up to a group of elves, I guess, if I can see. Do I see any elves nearby?
Everybody you see has masks on, other than the king and his right hand man.
They
But
have
we're
masks?
outside. We're in the city, though,
Like, you
right?
need-
No,
Listen.
you're still in the castle.
What? I
You
thought we
haven't
were
left
walking
yet.
out.
Can we hurry this up?
What happened? We thought we were walking
You
out.
guys didn't say you were leaving.
Okay,
thought
we
we did.
Yeah, we
You
did.
guys
Oh
want
my
to leave?
God,
Okay,
we're
you're on your way
leaving.
out.
We're in the streets.
Yeah,
Alright.
we had
in
the
the
whole. I talked to them while we were like outside the castle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
you,
when I whispered everything to him and I whispered to him,
Yeah.
we were outside
Gotcha,
the
okay.
castle.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Thought you were doing this like right in front of the king, just really quietly.
No.
So
Earmuffs,
earmuffs, guys. Let's do this in the down low.
Your Majesty, earmuffs.
Hands them over for some earplugs. No. So you guys are currently on your way, and so to get across the river, they lower a drawbridge bridge. They have one of these on each side of the castle. They lower it. It's man-powered. Well, should I say slave-powered because
Oh,
Orc powered.
awesome.
they're orcs. So
Love
you
it.
guys are using
How many
these
orc
orcs.
powers
You,
does it got?
you guys are using these orcs for your own benefit to get across the river because, I mean, really, you guys are terrible people. Not really. I'm just saying you are aiding in slavery right now.
I look at them with like a look of
Do a little chest
respect,
bump.
like I see you,
Listen,
I see you.
I see you and I appreciate you.
and I will be back. Oh, it's just my eyes.
Liam Neeson, I'll be back. No,
Okay,
that's what is
Make a
it?
charisma check.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. I look at them with like respect.
Okay.
Ooh,
You
yes.
did. That's the best roll you've had all game.
And
was it?
doobity it is. Okay, so it is a 22.
Did you roll a 20?
I rolled an 18 plus my 4 for charisma.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, not plus 4, plus 2.
You can kind
So
of
I got a 20.
You
to
see this
unnatural.
orc sort of light up with kind of hope, but they're also like more hope, but they're still kind of miserable and like in disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
But
Understandable.
Now you've
they
ignited
they
the flame.
appreciate it. Like you can see, it kind of appreciates it, but it also kind of in a way takes offense to the fact that you're
Still.
it doesn't like the idea of something rescuing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a pride thing.
I get it. I get it.
I understand.
I
Now,
sympathize.
I won't rescue them.
so they lower the drawbridge. And you guys,
I'll let them rescue themselves.
you guys cross it, and the moment you do, you can kind of tell how you can kind of see the immediately just like drop in wealth. Like it goes from the king to a typical city. It's not a poor city. The city has money, but like you can see everything that's built is built nice. There's no ugly buildings in this place, but one thing you notice is you notice sort of people who are kind of this war that's going on, this almost war that hasn't started yet, but is like on the verge of starting. You can see it's taking its toll on certain people. Like some people, you see a couple of homeless people going around. It's not good. You see a couple of like kind of like hobo fires going, but
Hobo fires.
for the most part,
Hobo
people.
fires.
For the
Hobo
most part,
fights.
People are good.
Oh, those are my favorite.
For the most part, people are, are living a typical life. There's some poverty, but not too much at the current in this current state of the city. And that's what you can tell right as of right now, is that on the side you're on, there's not too much poverty. People don't look very happy, and you can hear a lot of banter on your walk to your place. You can hear a lot of banter about certain, like you can hear sort of some racist speak towards the other side of, so the halflings and dwarves.
Gotcha.
Make a perception check.
I don't like this. Oh, I
It's a
did
D20,
awful.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Plus your perception.
passive or I'm
No.
All
sorry.
right, I have 21.
I have. Don't worry about passive. Add your regular.
I got
I got
a
a 10.
21.
10.
15.
And you added your
7.
modifier.
Yeah.
So
21.
10, 21.
7.
15.
Okay. So when you're going through, you notice that this is like just like this is a pretty nice place. That's what Rowan notices.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
You live on a
I've been
boat.
across the world a couple times.
Katie,
I've been in a boat a lot.
Katie or Kelwin, Cruven, and Olaplina.
It ain't no boat, but
It ain't a boat, but it's not bad.
They all notice. What you all notice is when you're walking, you can notice that it's going from, as you walk, you're noticing that it's going from sort of a city, and the closer and closer you get to your destination, it goes from more of a city to more of like what a modern day suburb would look like. Like it goes from like kind of buildings and businesses and markets and stuff
Okay.
to more so like living spaces and homes and things like that. So most of the shops and whatnot are along that river. That's where most of the things are going. One thing.
So this is more of like a suburb with just like houses and.
So like,
Yes. Now, because this is something that's not as much of your two interest, one thing that Cruven notices, despite not having as good of a roll as you, is that he sees a flyer plastered up on one of the walls of one of these businesses. He sees that there's a circus in town.
how delightful.
That's something that kind of catches his eye.
Are you in the circus?
No. But I've always wanted to be.
Hold up. She rolled a 7, I rolled a 10. How does she see more than me?
You rolled. Oh wait, what?
I rolled the
true.
7.
Oh, you rolled a 7?
Yeah.
Never mind. He notices that you don't.
I lived in a
thought-
tree. So.
I lived in a tree, so it's like I don't really know. Yeah.
Wait, do I notice anything?
so you noticed everything.
You
that we
you
did,
noticed
noticed
what they noticed.
the
Okay.
opposite.
besides the circus thing.
Besides
But,
that.
but really, you kind of just noticed that this is a pretty nice place.
Okay, circus is in town. What's the name of the circus?
Better than a tree.
What's the name of the circus? It is called.
Cruven Circus.
There is an answer to that. I need to find it.
My
Give
cult.
me a second.
Okay.
Let's
Because
see.
I would like to know if in my years as a tavern owner, a successful tavern owner,
Okay.
if I've heard of this circus before.
Okay. No, this is not.
I
This-
can't roll for it.
No. Like, there's nothing. This is a new circus. Like, you've not.
Does the
'Cause
flyer
you
like
can- this is
tell
I
me a
can- Would you
gimmick?
like me to describe the flyer?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I'll describe the flyer to you. So what the flyer says.
it's gloss print.
Basically, on the flyer,
No, it's that one right there.
you kind of see a crowd of people, and then you see a person on a stage, sort of singing. That's the kind of the drawing that you see. And it literally says in big bold letters, "Brand new circus to town." So this is new.
So the name is Brand New Circus.
Yeah, and one thing, well, the funny thing is that this flyer is covering up all of the other ones that are just typical, like kind of just mundane matters, like
Missing.
yeah, like missing or like looking for work, things like that.
You should hire some people.
I got nowhere to put them right now.
That's a good point.
What do
So
you need the people
the
for?
people on this flyer, can I tell their race? Like, what predominantly is it diverse? Is it mainly human or elf?
In the crowd, the thing is it's
Well, you said that there was like a person on stage singing.
of the person singing, not the
Yeah.
crowd.
Well, both,
Like
I
the
guess.
Okay.
Both.
The crowd is a mixture of all different kinds of races.
Oh,
like
perfect.
not racist, races. Now, the person on
That's a lot of
stage appears to be human, but there's not too much detail. there's not too much detail in the drawing, but it looks like a human. You don't see pointy ears. If that's what you're asking.
Okay.
It's basically what he's asking.
Okay. When is it coming to town?
When is the circus coming to town?
And for how long?
It is going to be in the town from 2 days from where you currently are till 1 month later.
Oh wow.
So it'll be in town for 1 month.
That should be our hangout spot.
Okay.
So tight hang out.
Okay.
Circus.
Gotta get tight with the circus guy.
Okay.
I like
Wonderful.
casinos and I like taverns.
All right. So yeah, now you guys are kind of still walking, and you're getting into the more suburb type place.
Is it
things you
still
notice-
pretty diverse between humans and elves, or is there predominantly more of one than the other?
You're seeing really it's really 50-50.
Okay.
How kind.
Not exactly 50-50, but it's you know,
Could be worse.
Is
pretty much
Thodrum
right.
getting any eyes?
huh?
Is Thodrum, our dwarf friend, getting any eyes?
Probably.
He's getting stared down, but the moment anybody looks like they're gonna act at all, you
I
know,
see the
you can.
guards.
There's the guards.
I give a flex.
The guards aren't really happy that they're protecting him, and they kind of they're really reluctant. Like when someone tries to do something, they're really hesitant to try to intervene. Like they give it a second, but
Yeah. Do any of us have like a cloak of some sort?
what?
I have
Does
a
with a
hood.
hood?
I have a hood.
Do you have? Are you wearing more than just that? I assume so.
Yeah, yeah.
Could we give our dwarf friend? Could we drape it over him so he kind of looks like a grandmother kind of person?
You can try.
But
I tell
still,
Steve the
his
idea
height is
because
very-
Thodrum's
good
not a
idea.
fan. Thodrum's not a fan
Dodge.
Right.
of this guy.
Thodrum
Take
is
this hood.
taking a perception check,
But I say,
or
do
not
you
perception,
think this is
a
a good?
deception check.
I say the idea and I look at Steve and I said, do you think this is a good idea?
Do I have to do a thing? It's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, no. Thodrum, it works. Thodrum is, other than once you get away from the people who are currently staring you down.
It's basically like E.T. when they dress the alien
Yeah.
up as the grandma.
Oh, I like that.
So the people who can't, right now, the people who can't, who watched you do it, they're obviously not deceived. But as you're walking, new people, they're like, they don't really bat an eye at it. They look at obviously they look
a good
at you
one.
guys like you're weird because you guys you're a weird group of people.
We are a weird group.
Corey's
of
still
people.
getting a ton of dirty looks.
I've got the biggest smile on my face, like, hello, people.
This is the biggest,
I am here
dumbest
to
smiles on
serve
your face.
justice.
Are you like are you waving as you walk like the
Smile and
royalty
wave.
Princess wave that you learn at Disney.
Yeah.
Princess wave.
Did you go to Disney? And
No,
learn that?
I'm just smiling. I've got great posture and I'm just marching along.
Wow, great.
Like,
reference.
hello,
Okay.
I am here.
Are there any like areas that are for sale here?
We have our
You're not-
house for free.
I know, but are there any like?
You're not
Buildings.
seeing any property listings or anything. That's something you're gonna have to look for probably.
Later.
Yeah.
Later? Got it.
You're gonna have to look
Okay.
further for that. Now, you guys start to arrive into. So you arrive at some houses and stuff. But then as you go even further in, just a little bit, you see these tall like bushes wrapping around in this kind of big like oval shape. And you see inside of that, you see this kind of like really tall, very nice cabin-looking home. It's not a mansion, right? It's smaller than a mansion, but it's bigger than your average house, and it's not tall.
A mouse.
It's not very tall. It looks like it's 2 stories.
A blouse?
And it's very long. It's a very long house. Above it, so there are 2 doors, two wide doors that go into sort of a circular shape, and above them is this big insignia that is the king's symbol.
What's it look like?
His symbol is basically his crown, but the crown, the sort of like the gem that's in the center of the crown, it looks like it's glowing. So like there's some like lines going up.
Fancy.
For our next session, I'll have a drawing of his sort of his logo insignia type thing for you guys to see. But just remember, it's basically it's kind of showing off the gem on his crown. It's a symbol of his wealth and power.
And that reminds me, now that we're like here, that I give a look to Olaplina and I'd be like, hey, do you think we should tell them about the thing?
I kind of do, especially now seeing this symbol.
I can't walk to like. So did you talk to the knights? Are they our friends now?
I tried to talk on the way, but apparently it didn't go well.
Oh. What about other elves? Did you talk to other elves? Are they our friends now?
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk to another group of elves, but
we'll get there.
That was just.
Well, I think that we still have a second. That's why I'm bringing it back up. Yes. I think there might be an elf group around. Can we talk to the elf? Like, do we see some elves at a shop that we could talk to?
You guys just arrived at your house. I mean, you can go back, or you can. I mean,
our house. It's still like a suburban area.
You weren't here for this part.
I think this is like a base.
You guys were provided with a butler in the house. You have a butler, and you have 2 guards every night. A new round of guards, not the same ones. Every night, a new round of guards will come and guard your house, standing in front of the doors. 2 guards, and they will guard it.
We should know what time that they switch. Like,
we should also know who's coming.
Just so that we know when we'll be unprotected. I feel like that's good to know.
Can we ask these guards right now to start for every guard that comes, we have a letter from the king saying these are the king's guards?
They'll have a letter of recommendation.
Identification.
Yeah, I mean that seems
show us your credentials.
Insignia, the sealed letter, that would be good for us.
Okay, so you're asking for that?
Yeah, just for
we're asking the knights that we're with right now.
Yes.
To make sure that all future knights who do a shift change bring us a letter of credentials so that we can confirm that this is indeed the knights of the king. And
do we want to do that?
They definitely take note of it, and they tell you
to those knights and say.
They tell you that they'll take it up with the next shift, because they're not going to head straight back after this.
Take it up with HR.
They say that they're basically going to, since they're already here, they're going to be the guards who stay there that night. Mm-hmm. And then when they go back, they'll tell in the morning. They'll tell the next shift that's going that night that they need to bring some sort of identification or proof that they are the king's men.
Okay.
Good?
Yep.
I think so.
They ask if there's any other kind of concerns, questions.
Is there anywhere I can keep my owl? Or just
Anywhere?
Yeah.
Inside the house.
Just or do I have to make a perch for him in the house? Or is there a little thing?
Just put him on a broom.
Fun fact.
Are any of you not okay with an owl?
The king, well, I mean, here's the thing. The king actually has a hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed you the drawing.
Yeah, he did have that.
In the video that's being posted to YouTube, put up a picture of the.
It will just happen, yes.
Put up a picture of the king. So he does have an owl.
Post production.
No, he has a post production. He has a hawk, and the hawk does have its there's perches in various spots around the house that
would make sense because it's his property. So
yeah,
that's a good point.
All right.
Funny enough, though, one of the kings, he says to the 2 elves, or not one of the king's men, he says to the 2 elves, completely ignoring you guys.
I think he's an elf.
Maybe.
Completely ignoring you guys. He says, fun fact, the king has actually never even been to this property. Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's one of those things that he's so wealthy, he just has more houses than he needs.
I wish I was in that boat.
Right?
I wish I had.
I just came from trees.
So this guy that we're talking to right now, I want to stick in my accent, but I gotta remember to get out. But
yeah,
is he openly being friendly to us? Can we tell?
He's being friendly to you 2. He is not being friendly, however, to Thadrum, Steve Irwin, and Cruven Spinecrusher, CEO of the Crushed Spine. Now, before I continue, for those of you who are just now tuning in, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons live on the radio here at WPHS. We have our paraprofessional, whose official.
That's
radio
me.
name. What's your official radio title? Want to say it?
What?
Your official radio title.
So, well, I'm your
On the station.
educational paraprofessional, but when I'm doing official radio stuff for 89.1, I'm operations manager.
Okay.
Which is, yeah.
And we have
Director of Operational Management.
Now we're all DJs here. Cece is the music director, so she picks on music.
And special event coordinator.
And special event coordinator. So we are all, we got a DJ. Rowan was a DJ.
I was a t-shirt kid
He's
once.
still a DJ. He just doesn't do a regular show after.
I played a CD one time and changed it.
Now, yeah, so we're all DJs. I'm the host of Dead Air, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons on
All right,
a show
awesome.
called DJs and Dragons.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
while
you
this
arrive.
guy,
Are
and
we-
the king's the king's men, he kind of gestures over to Steve Irwin and says, "Do the honors," because you guys are now up in front of the doors.
so you have the key.
And when you look,
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
it is so much prettier up close. Like you guys look up, and this thing is just expertly crafted.
Is it made by wood?
It is made out of wood. However, the
Made by-
door made by wood. The door, however, is not. The door is like this weird. It's a weird mixture of wood and metal. So like in spots it's wood, and then in other spots it's metal.
Okay.
Funny enough, the way you'd build a barrel, so when you build a barrel, it's like wood, and then you hold the wood together with metal. That's kind of how this entire house looks, but it's like nice, like super high quality stuff.
So
can
a
I-
high quality
It seems
barrel.
like if it's high quality, I mean, I'm just
It's
gonna
built in
assume
the
it's
same fashion.
dwarven.
It's kind of like a fashion statement
So
for a
dwarven
house.
house? Dwarf
Maybe.
made the house?
I don't know.
Dwarves make barrels.
Can I gather that based off of?
History check.
Okay. I don't know.
What'd you roll?
History +2, so 13.
13. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's made by dwarves.
Resembles
Hey,
the
well-
dwarven.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Like, why aren't we just asking the dwarf, Thodrum?
Very true.
That's
But
a good
then
point.
again, then we'll
Can
just
we
like
double
reveal
check?
who he is. To,
Yeah, you're right.
You
Okay, but no, so it's dwarven?
Yeah, can
yes.
Yeah,
I?
sure.
Okay, Dadrum, is this made out of a dwarf from a dwarf?
He says yes, but this isn't just like dwarf made. This is like high quality dwarf
See?
made.
Now we know.
Not
it's
that-
high
not that-
quality. We knew it was dwarf
Blacksmith.
made. Now
Not
we know
that
it's high
dwarves don't
quality.
already make everything a dwarf makes is high quality.
But like a
obviously.
master
But
blacksmith.
So
this
I've
is
heard.
like not blacksmith, but like this is like a master craftsman carpenter type
Okay.
thing.
All right, gotcha.
All
Yeah,
right.
blacksmith is like.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, let's explore. I like
All right,
it.
put the key in.
While they're going
When you put the
inside,
key in, the two knights they both push with all like their might. The doors, the
I
two
wanna
giant
push a
doors
door
open.
Can we push the door open?
No,
you
Steve,
can pull them out of
they're
the way and do
pushing
it.
it. Steve is like,
nudging
it's
his
like
way in.
when your parents push the cart, but you want to feel like you're pushing the cart, so you just hold on to it. That's basically what Steve's doing. He's just like, I'm helping.
You got this. It's all you. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let go. Yeah. You guys
look
walk in. You're greeted by there is a elven butler, which is weird because elves don't typically want to be butlers, but there's an elven butler who is clearly high paid, well groomed. You know, he's wearing he's wearing a suit. You know, he's kind of got like one of those it's like a handkerchief type thing going over his arm. He's kind of like greeting you, and he sort of kind of like bows when you guys walk in.
Do not bow.
What type of elf
He's
is
like, he looks up all kind of weirded out, and he looks at the knights, and the knights kind of are like, these people will be staying here, they are guests of the king. And the elf is like,
So the
oh,
elf's
okay. He
just
kind of
been
like
chilling there the whole
apologizes for judging.
he? Okay.
Because you guys walk in, I mean, we've got cowgirl, we've got, like not cowgirl, like literally cow space girl. We've got, you know, some
Woodsy elf.
outlandish elf with an owl on her arm or shoulder, however you want
With
to
a stack of books.
a stack of books.
Oh yeah, she has the books.
Oh, I thought you were carrying them for me.
Oh, I got them, but I assume that maybe you're reading one while we're walking.
That's true. I
Which
did
is
that.
highly dangerous. I recommended you didn't,
I was
but
looking out for me.
Don't read and walk.
no.
PSA.
Now, and then you've got this half-orc person who's just weird. This big dumb smile on
Very
his face.
friendly.
And then you've got Steve Irwin, this dragonborn swashbuckler who, you know, has a sensitive side.
It's very greedy.
Very greedy.
But you know he's got Thodrum under
But
his wing.
he's a
Very
friend,
greedy,
He's a
inner
friend
beauty.
you can talk to.
Okay, wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you walk in. This
I say,
place-
defender of the keep, what is your name? And I say it to the butler.
he just kind of like stutters when he's talking because he's so like caught off guard by that.
He's intimidated
like-
by my
He's
awesomeness.
He's like, wait, what did you ask him?
I said, defender of the keep, what is your name?
He goes, my name is Tormus.
Torment.
You weren't gonna remember it. Why did you ask?
Because
Jonathan!
Jonathan, is that you?
Valiant defender of the keep, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Cruven, crusher of spines, and these are my crushettes. And Steve.
Where's the rum?
Oh, awesome.
So you're asking where the alcohol is?
Yes.
The cellar?
He says we have an entire room full of it, dedicated to the rum and not rum, the ale. It's called ale. Ale, but it's all high quality stuff, and he's like, it's very expensive, but if you're the king's guests, did he tell you not to touch it?
Nope.
No.
All simultaneously, you all go, no.
At the end of it, we get a bill. It's like in a hotel where if you move it, there's a sensor that says whether or not you touched it.
You know, super high quality stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
He says, so while you're here, I'll be taking care of all of the chores. I'll be taking care of the food. I'll be cooking for you. So really, whenever you're here, you don't need to worry about food. If you need me to make you something to go, let me know. This is a top of the line butler. Like, he is like super like halfway through the conversation, he starts shining Rowan's shoes or Steve's shoes. Like, he is on top of it.
Could I talk to him and try and make friends with him if he's gonna be like
Go for it.
Our man.
Yeah,
What
can
are
we
you saying
like,
to him?
charisma?
does he throw a killer party?
You can ask
Let's
him.
not
Can
worry
I
about
check
that
and
right
see
now.
if he speaks
do that
Elvish?
Steve's just in it to party. Like that's why he's a part of this group.
He's
just
found
like,
the alcohol
He's
and
like,
he's ready
I
to
feel like there's a party opportunity here. So
I mean, it's
I mean,
a big
I-
house
big house,
right in the suburbs. What else can you ask?
got the entire cellar. You know,
I
Fine-
assume
fine
alcohols.
ale.
if our butler is elf, that they
I'm-
speak Elvish.
I mean, you never know. If he's been like raised in this city, maybe.
Good point. Good point.
So can I like check and see if he'll speak Elvish with me?
Yeah.
Try and like connect to him through that.
Yes. What do you want to say?
I need help. What should I say to make friends with this man?
Just ask him how he's doing.
Yeah, I'll ask him, how long he's been doing this. Just small talk. Well, you guys can do whatever you want.
As she's speaking in Elvish, I'm like, what is that?
Before I go to the
She's
ale
gone
room,
crazy.
Check for anything made of gold.
There's a lot of things made out of gold, like candlesticks and all those kinds of things.
I mean, if you want to sell half of our household,
Now,
it's
I'm
not
not gonna
ours to
sell. I'm
sell.
gonna steal.
now it is all like taken care of like crazy. Now, when you walked in real quick, the things you see is when you first walk in, you're sort of like you're in sort of like the greeting area, and that in the back there is this sort of like living space with like this big fireplace that's going like it is always going. This butler's on top of everything. Like he is like top of his game, like taking care of things. Now, Tormus, the butler, he I don't know if I already said this. He has one of his ears pierced. It is his left ear, and his earring is the king's insignia. Because one thing you've noticed is that everybody who works for the king has this on them, whether it be a patch on a jacket or on the back, on like the side of their helmet, anywhere. It is a thing that is known.
Okay.
Corey, you take notes.
Yes.
Nice.
Should I be taking notes?
You don't have to be.
Corey's got
It
it.
helps. Yeah.
You don't have to. It's up to you.
I got no cards.
I don't have a pencil.
I've got separate ones for like all my skills and abilities, so I can write down like how many I have left and what they do.
That's a really good idea.
And then I've got just like notes like castle layout, our current party, which is Sodrum, 2 knights, and a butler. My current army. So.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay. Now, so Tormus is very happy. He says to you, this is the first time anybody's been in this house since it was built, other than me. He said, I've been here all by myself for years.
And this is an Elvish.
He leaves for errands.
Yeah,
and
we
whatnot,
can't hear it.
But he said, it's very nice to have people here.
Could I ask him to help me go through the books? Is he one that likes reading?
He sees them, and the moment he sees that you're into books, he's like, you like books?
I've made a friend.
He's like, you like books?
Bonded.
He's so happy, And this is all in Elvish, right? So
Yeah.
only you can understand it.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
just see
like-
them get excited, and then I get
He's
excited.
like, you should see the.
Are they talking about me?
He's like, you should see the king's personal library that he keeps here, or that he keeps here. So he said, fun fact about the king: in every one of his houses has sort of a separate has a library, and each house that he owns has a copy of that same book. So, for instance, if you see a book here, there's another copy of it somewhere in the world, and it's in one of his houses.
He's into books too?
The king, he's like, no, the king doesn't read. But you know what books are good for? He says, he's like, books make you look smart.
You're not wrong.
Well, he says, well, it makes certain people look smart. And he kind of like looks over at Cruven and then looks away. And he's like, anyways.
I still think they might be talking about me. I am awesome.
I'm so happy right now. Goes up, put your hands on his shoulder. You're right, I am awesome. Do you want to do that?
No.
Okay.
All right, so I'll just make small talk and like ask him about the
He
books.
leads you guys through the house. He gives you a tour. You see the living area, kind of where there's the couch. There's a table, and on the table, and under the table is like a bearskin rug.
Oh, that hurts me.
Oh, don't like that.
I'm not fond of this one.
It is not. It is a.
It's a cow, though.
It is a no. It is
Okay.
a brown bear.
Do you express like your distaste?
Hey, it is a brown bear. It is not a polar bear. It's a brown bear.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you
Important.
express distaste toward it? Like, do you say something?
I just
Or you're
have
just
a
like,
sorrowful look on it. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
just,
like that.
I'm holding my tongue because I think obviously everything here is like the king's.
well,
So
can
I'm
I
just
like
gonna,
roll perception to see if like it bothers you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's yours to say yes, but.
Well, I got a 14. Do I see that it bothers her?
Yeah.
With the bear?
I think
Okay.
everybody.
I
sees
see the
that it
bear.
bothers you.
And I'm just confused, and I think like maybe she's scared of bears. And I just kind of
I grew up in the wilderness and I'm
put
terrified of
it
bears.
behind, like underneath the couch, or whatever is the equivalent to a medieval couch. I just put it underneath the couch.
You,
Like,
you take it out onto the table and you slide it into the couch and you're like,
Yeah.
there, it's all good.
yeah, it's gone.
I
The big
appreciate
scary bear is gone now.
The what?
The big scary bear is gone now.
Perfect. Okay.
I looked at her concerned face and him doing that, and I give her like a pat on the back.
It's okay.
It'll
I
be all right.
appreciate you guys.
All right. Right now we are halfway through our show, so I think it's a good time for us to take a short break. You're listening to 89.1 WPHS, the Exile Radio. I'm your host Raymond, and today we are going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons on our show we like to call DJs and Dragons, because that's the name of it, so that's what we call it. So what we do here is we play Dungeons and Dragons live on the radio. It's a fantasy role-playing game where we play with dice and our
Did you say
imaginations.
fancy? role play?
Fantasy.
Oh, I thought you said fancy.
See, I don't speak words correctly.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes, that is what we're doing. We are continuing what we just did. For those of you just tuning in, that's the rundown of what's going on. Right now, they just arrived at their home at the King's Castle.
Yes, and Katie just made friends with.
And Rowan's looking for things to steal.
Yes, Rowan's looking for things to steal.
Not,
Katie's trying to read books, and you're a
everything.
cow.
Just
I'm confused.
the
Not
one
like in a
thing.
mean way, like your character is an actual.
My character is actually a cow. I'm
of.
just confused
They were
as to
raised by
what to
cows.
do, cause like, in my house, in my home, we just kind of swing around. Like we're not. Common misconception about cows is that we're lazy, but we are not.
Okay.
Assassin cows are very active.
I felt so bad just now because when I said, and you're a cow, but I feel like that, like people who don't know the background of this, that's like an insult. So
Whoa.
what I mean is,
Backstory.
her character was raised
For
by
those of you.
cows.
Yes, I was raised by assassin cows.
Yes, like you know how people were raised by wolves? She was raised by cows.
Yep.
I don't know.
Pack
The
of-
best part was that she didn't even like react bad to it either. She was just like, yeah, I was
She's like, you're right.
I am a cow, and I'm proud.
Proud.
Proud cow.
Now, are all of your mics not like unmuted?
Mine was
Mine never
lens.
turned off.
They're all turned on too. All right. Sounds
yeah,
good.
we're good.
Okay, so we are here. What are we doing? Can we take a journey out to the
I don't know why
city?
you're asking me what you're doing. You're in the house.
That's a good point.
Well, did we even get any ideas on where to start for this?
I guess let's.
No.
Okay, so I look at Kelwin.
Reading books.
Oh.
I just look at Kelwin, and I just kind of say, "You thinking what I'm thinking?"
I don't know. I'm not that good at telepathy.
Corey,
yet.
can you hear me eating my pretzels over the air?
What?
Could you hear me eating my pretzels?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yes, you hear it.
You think when
So should I stop?
Yeah, probably.
think it's time to tell him?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mic on mute while you.
I mean, I'm in the ale room right now.
So we kind of just take him to the dining room. Let's just take him to the
Well, we'll give a roll call. Can we ask the butler,
For a roll call?
Tormas, for
Thormus?
I thought it was Tormas.
What's his name?
Tormus? Oh, the butler? Yeah, Tormus.
Tormus.
Tormys.
I added an H.
Yeah, then I wrote it down.
To those of you who can read.
How many of us can't read? Probably me.
Or can your character read?
Way to
He's not good
assume.
with names.
It's a -1
You can read.
intelligence.
My intelligence is 0.
You can all read. Because you can all speak, read.
Like, I
write down.
prefer books with pictures, but I could read if I need to.
Like, what are you?
And
what
I
are you-
prefer no
Are you
physical activity, but-
insinuating something?
I read the flyer.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
let's just take him over. So,
Gather around, everybody. We have something important to tell you, but we're not going to tell you in front of Tormus. As much as we love you, butler.
This is a family meeting.
Yes.
You will be family soon.
You have to unlock that.
You have to unlock that.
You're pretty cool. I
All right.
appreciate you.
So where are you guys gonna go? Oh, well, first he says, well, first let me show you each of your rooms.
oh,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
There is, because this was meant just for the king, there is a ladies' quarters and a men's quarters. So,
How kind of him.
so he leads you.
I don't understand.
Why do we need separation? We didn't do this on the boat.
back on the ship. Now,
Back on the ship, there was the decks and the poop deck and the
poop deck.
rooms.
The poop deck and the deck and the rooms and the steering wheel.
and the
We got
water.
some flags.
Yes.
Oh my
Anyways.
God. Water for miles.
A lot more than miles. Anyways, so what you notice about this room, all of you, about first you go to the ladies' room, not bathroom, like living quarters, and you notice that it's very big, very very large, and there's a bookshelf that doesn't have any books on it. That is for you to fill. There is a desk for each of you, and there are 2 large beds, and
What size? Like king, queen, full?
I mean this is like king bed. This is like
Warm
So
in
king
beds.
times 3.
this is like a huge bed. Yeah, it's huge.
So like I could fit like 6 cows in there maybe?
No, not it's
3?
Not, it's not obnoxiously big, Cece.
So like 2
it's pretty big.
That's how she measures things. How many cows can I
6
fit in
cows.
here?
No. This giant I'm fighting. Is it like?
Is it like 80
is it like
cows?
8 cows, or is it like 19
Stacked on
cows?
top of each other from butt to head.
How many tow trucks can I fit in this bed?
For Rowan, how many pirate ships big is this? If this was made out of gold,
Gold
how much
chests.
would it be worth?
Is this like a ship or a dinghy? Like,
Okay, so 2 cows.
Sure. Give it 2 cows in each of these beds.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
We need like big beds though.
Yeah, I'm 6'8".
I'm
Cece,
like-
when you walk in, your
I'm
character
7
goes,
foot.
"Wow, you can fit a lot of cows in here."
Yeah, I say that.
let me write that down in my notes. Can fit a lot of cows in this room.
And then he takes you over to the men's quarters, which
Not
which
as
are
big.
which are basically the same thing. These are basically guest rooms that you're staying in,
Why don't we stay in the big room?
because you can't stay in the king's room. You're not the king.
He's not gonna know that.
Well,
What if there's like
Steve,
I'm just saying.
Steve, just
He
I'm
said,
stay in
just
your
he said, "Well,
quarters.
no one's ever been in the room. It's locked."
I got a key.
To the front door.
He says, "That's the house key."
Just saying. All right.
Why does that man need a key to his room like that? If
Oh, that's a little suspicious, actually. Actually, no, it'd be more suspicious to a study.
that is there a study, like a designated study?
You each have one in your room. However, there is a designated study, but you each have like your own personal one in your room.
Okay.
That's what your desk is.
It's about 1 cow big.
No,
Still on the cows.
yes, sure. Your desk can be 1 cow big. If that is what you want, yes, 100% accurate. Corey, are you okay with your desk being 1 cow big?
I'm just gonna sleep on the floor.
Okay.
I think beds are weird.
Can I have
What?
your bed?
Yeah.
right. I push the two beds together.
All right, you're gonna push. So you guys are in the ladies' room.
Okay.
You guys are in the
Men's quarter.
room. So you push yours. You push the two beds together, and are you pushing the center? Or are you pushing one from one side of the room to the other side of the room?
Do you want one side of the room?
What?
Do you want like one side of the room to be?
He said you want to
outside?
split it down the middle.
Why would I want just one side of the room?
We're sharing, guys.
Yeah,
So you want to be in the
I don't understand.
We're roommates.
Aren't we in the same room?
Yeah.
Yes. He's saying like, do you want to draw a line down the middle of it and say?
Yeah,
what
Cruven
happens?
doesn't understand what he's talking about.
He's like, why would you write on the walls?
Yeah, like,
Weirdo.
man, alligators are weird.
All right. I'm
He's a
pushing,
dragon
I'm pushing them in the middle.
An alligator. What's up?
I'm pushing them in the middle.
Okay.
So he has the choice to sleep on it if he really wants
Yeah.
to.
We can cuddle.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sleep underneath the bed.
Sometimes you sleep
I
at
li-
like the end.
Yeah, I like the dark, closed places,
Oh.
like a spider.
Oh.
Province spider. Province spider. Crusher spider. See you, crusher spider.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So
You can
Okay.
be like Doug's
I think
What
it's
would you
time.
guys do next? Or what will
I
you
think
guys
it's
do
time.
next?
Are we allowed to go like in the boys section? Is it like just split up? Like,
There's a guard standing in the hallways to make sure everyone's in their own
Yes,
side.
I don't
You're
know.
not-
You don't know what's
You're
going
not
on
at
in the
summer
guys
camp.
section.
You,
We get
you were all
pretty
grown
wild.
adults.
You walk in and
I
Rowan and
am
I.
150.
We're like having a
You
pillow
guys
fight.
walk into the boys section and Steve and Cruven are just like arm wrestling and
How-
like throwing vases at each other.
Now, how old are each of your characters?
I'm 150.
I'm
I
like,
believe I'm 100. I'm 113.
Okay.
I'm 20.
Wow.
All right.
I'm 32,
You're 32?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're like
You guys
young.
are youngins.
So,
but I don't have a really high life expectancy. So
Oh, shit.
there's a reason for that.
yeah. Well, half orcs don't live long lives.
But they
That's
live.
unfortunate.
I'm here for a fun time, not a long time.
Are we having a plot twist going on?
Okay, anyways. So me and Kelwin walk into the men's quarters.
You have to knock first. Can you
Okay.
knock first?
Yeah. No.
Wait,
no,
you hear like
no.
a bunch of
You
shuffling.
guys
Like, 1
walk-
second.
We're like,
you guys
don't
just,
come in, we're naked.
no. You
I
guys
just walk into the rooms.
you
I
guys
don't
just
knock on all
both
those
of you
people.
just walk in.
Oh, okay.
We're like giggling and stuff.
What do you guys say?
Wait, the guys or me?
The guys. What,
Okay.
what do you
Oh,
say?
that was it. We were just giggling at like we were talking about them, and they're like, "Oh, here they come." Let's pretend like we're not in the room.
Oh,
We like hide behind stuff.
I'm like hiding behind a lamp, but I can't. Like,
Here comes Bookworm and
His
Cowgirl.
big like dragon tail sticking out of the lamp.
Okay.
We can see you. You understand this? We can see you.
They would say that
I
even
like-
if they didn't.
I don't think they can see us.
And I just kind of pull Rowan out from behind the lamp.
And then when I see that, I jump up from behind like the night desk, and I was like, "Boo!"
All right, and at this
You
point,
like knock over like a bunch of stuff.
at this point, it is now getting dark outside. You guys, if you remember when we started this campaign, it was noon,
Okay, you're right.
I believe.
Do I have night vision? Because I'm a dragon.
Do you have dark vision?
I have
Okay,
dark
yeah,
vision
good
too. 60.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but I think we got lights on in the house still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well,
The-
you have
Kerosene.
Candle lights.
you have like lanterns and whatnot.
Where does it say that?
Show them where dark vision would be.
It would be like with your features and
I got
like racial traits.
2 things on here.
Does it say dark vision?
And
Then you don't have dark vision.
I'm a dragon. I got light vision.
No, you don't.
I
Okay.
have dark vision.
It's okay. We'll tell you where everything
You're
is
actually
at.
the only one who doesn't have it, I think.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll
Wow.
It's okay.
Way to,
We're here
Keep the
for you.
lanterns.
way to exclude me, guys.
Okay, so I kind of just. Kelwin, I think it's time.
help. I look around to make sure the butler's not close.
Can I roll a perception check just to make sure that nobody's hearing us? Because we're like whispering.
Actually, I feel like
I'll do one too
Yeah.
because I.
Can we do a perception
you know.
check?
Katie and Corey. Okay, go for
We
it.
want to see if anybody. I think everyone should do it.
Oh, you think everyone should? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we just are like
So I have an-
family
I have an
meeting.
18.
Make sure that there's nobody
All
listening.
right, Craven is calling a family meeting, and as you do so, Thomas just kind of peeks his head in and just kind of like walks away.
14.
Soon,
I have an
18.
18.
soon, young butler.
14.
Teens.
14.
17.
All right, so going from Rowan to Corey, we say what you rolled?
18.
We both have 18.
18.
14.
17.
Okay,
Good job, guys.
there
We
is
really hit this one on the
there
dot.
is nobody nearby.
Who can hear us?
No.
I shut
Okay.
the door.
Just in case.
I put
Okay.
a desk in front of it.
Put a towel underneath.
Yeah, and like muffle the sides. Or like a
Okay.
blanket in this case. Cause
I put a do not disturb.
Now, here's a good question. Is Stodrum in the room with us?
Oh, that is a good
Stodrum
question.
on our
Well,
side?
I
He's,
figure.
he's my bud.
Okay.
Okay.
Stodrum's
We're
in
playing
the room with us.
cards.
Yeah, he's
Stodrum was hiding too.
He built like a.
Is he still like dressed as a gremlin?
Oh, right. I need my hood back. I have my hood back. There's some spots on it.
All right, you can have it back. Yeah, no, he's still worth Rowan.
Okay.
Anywhere Rowan goes, he goes. You guys bunking together, sharing those 2 beds?
Yeah. He sleeps on the end and guards me.
It's like a dog.
He's like a dog. You just
Or no. He
throws him
like
by your feet.
he
That's
built
not
his
how
own
you treat
bed.
dwarves.
Oh.
Okay, Kelwin, I feel like you're the one that should break the news.
All right, guys. So this is what's up. The king isn't as he seems, and I'm pretty sure.
No.
Oh, I know, right?
That guy was
It's
so
like,
cool.
I had no idea.
He
My
had
mind
so
was
much
blown.
money.
But listen, right? Okay. So not only is like there's something going on, like normally it would be if you ever like read bedtime stories. I don't know if you guys do, but anyway. I'm sorry, that was insane.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Anyway, right? So as we like went and like checked him out, not in like the weird way, but like in the
You
just
guys
normal
checking
way.
guys out? You're not allowed in the men's room anymore.
Well, for now, okay.
Boys only.
He
Boys
seemed to
rule.
have as much as he liked to put on that he cared about the people, his subjects, he obviously really cares about his own image more so than that.
He's more
so
curious.
whatever he does to help us, I think it's going to be limited based off of how well it'll make him look.
He's not a very good guy.
There's something going on.
And poker face.
Oh yeah, and he's very good at masking his feelings.
I like the idea that what's your character? Olaplina?
Olaplina.
Well, I did tell her that
She's saying it verbally, like we can hear what she's saying, but she's asking Kelwin to say it.
that's how our
about the poker
relationship
face.
I have 0 charisma.
He's really good at poker.
Really?
Well, I have 10.
That's
but
odd for a cow.
0.
Anyways.
Normally cows are very charismatic.
I love cows.
Okay.
All right, so now that that's out there, does anyone have anything to say on that topic?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I have so much to
I am
say.
not a fan of the orc slaves. I think
I
we
thought
could
you
all
said York
agree.
slaves.
I think we could all agree that slavery is pretty bad, right?
I can agree with that.
Kind of look up to the god that I'm worshiping at the moment and be like, I hear you.
I mean,
Now,
it wasn't always, bright and sunshine on the boat.
here's what I'm
Tosses
hoping
his heart,
for.
Points up, I got you.
Now, here's what I am thinking. So, let's say that the humans are not completely innocent in all this,
Why does it just have to be humans?
because it's the king, and the king, as you said, is a pretty shady guy.
That's true.
And guess where I saw the slaves? In the human side. Now,
And else, are you trying to say something?
well, here's the thing.
That's true.
I'm sure the elves are not too fond of being ruled over by a human king.
I mean, we
That
do have an
seems-
elf butler.
That seems like something elves would not be
And the elf
In
guards.
general, elves are
100%
not too fond of that. No.
for.
The elf
right?
guards seem pretty hesitant to talk about stuff too.
So here's what I would like to propose. If we could convince all the other races that having a monarchy is not nearly as good as a tribunal between all the races with the leader of each race, and then in exchange, we would also help free the slaves. We'd try to work that into the deal. Here's how I feel like we rip the king of his power. What gives the king his power?
His
His shiny stuff.
Money.
Now, if we can
See,
find a
we
way to
think
get
right.
rid of his shiny stuff, then he loses his power. Who built the treasury?
Dwarves.
Whoa, the dwarves. And guess who likes money?
Dwarves.
Dwarves. Right? Podrum?
Bodrum, honey, I'm so sorry.
Bodrum just scowls at you.
Dodger, come on, man. He's just-
Oh. Nadrum. Dodrum.
Now he just
Right?
hides, he hides behind Rowan again.
Okay.
He won't even look at you.
I assume that I'm right.
I'll
Circus is coming to town. I say that we let the king believe that all the races are on our, after we convince the races on this plan, we tell the king that the races are now on our side and we have a big festival that includes the circus. And during the festival is when the dwarves break in and take the money and we free the slaves, and we overthrow the king.
But if we do free the slaves, my only concern is
Yes.
that they would target every race.
That's why we would have to talk to them. We'd have to be very careful about it. Because I ain't about that, because I know
That would
I point up
disrupt
to my
everything.
God, that boy ain't about it.
No, that's chaotic. That's very.
Yeah.
I think we first should figure out what happened.
Oh, I agree. I'm
Because
just hoping
then we'll
that
find out if
this
we'll be
happens.
backstabbed by someone along the way, and I'm not about that life, if you know what I'm saying.
My biggest concern
Hashtag
is
not
the
my life.
elves.
I have concerns.
Yes.
We're only getting 2 days of money till the circus.
Well, the circus lasts a month. We don't have to do the revolution.
Right away.
Yeah.
I think the king would know when the circus comes to town, though.
No, I know. But we
Oh, but
have
you're
a
saying-
festival
okay.
happening
Okay.
in addition to the circus.
And we're not getting any money from the treasury.
We could ask
No,
some of the
if we
people in the
get,
circus to help us.
we could work that out if we work something out with the dwarves who are taking the money from the treasury anyways. You might get in there. I'm just saying.
I want to get in.
You already have a dwarf friend.
That would help here.
We do like a handshake.
So
we got one
this
down.
is a idea, a strategic idea that could lead to success. Something to think about. We'll play it by ear, but that's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay. I feel like it's time we should go explore the city to talk to some.
Well,
Well, I thought
should
it was
we take a
nighttime.
rest first?
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm pretty sure some of the city might be asleep.
What time is it?
It's nighttime. Like it's like
I don't know
Late night?
elves.
you can tell it's really
and
dark.
humans.
out.
From my tavern days, I don't know elves and humans to be the biggest nighttime partiers.
That's a good point.
I meditate.
Yeah, I relate.
And I just lie down on the floor. And then as I'm next to the bed, and then I roll under the bed.
I do a big jump, just like straight in the middle of the two
All
bags.
right. Well,
And
I
you just
uncover
hear,
the door and go to the women's.
All right, I think this is our cue.
Ciao, guys.
I'm like, where are you going?
Get under the bed.
Don't split the party.
We have plenty of room.
Don't split the party.
I'm like, do you guys need help bringing the beds into our room? Your beds into our room?
I pick up like a
My
bed.
bookshelf.
I feel like we should just do what the king wants and have us in separate
And
quarters.
I have my owl, so in case something happens to us, we're not.
This
so-
doorway is
Okay.
too small. Let's punch it in.
We
No,
should
no, no, no,
break the
Punch
wall.
another.
No, I think we're fine. If it comes to the point that we need to put this
Like, say if
on,
during the nighttime watch and they're switching guard, and then we get stuck with guards that aren't really our guards, and
Then
then
we
we're
can
like in trouble, then yeah.
deal
that
with
might
this.
happen.
But for right now, let's just be normal.
Just go.
I feel like they don't
Let's-
like us.
You're telling.
I think you
the
guys are
dragon-
the ones who are being unnormal.
You're telling the Dragonborn Pirate and the half orc,
I thought you were about to call me a
Paladin.
halfie. I was like, oh man, you're
half
gonna be
Oh,
like
that's
that.
racist.
the half orc paladin to be normal.
We were like, I think I know what that is.
That's probably a thing I might be able to do one day.
Okay, let's just, okay, good night.
Oh,
Meditation.
So you're all taking a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Rowan?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all take a long rest. All HP, all spells, everything is back. If any of that was expelled during yesterday.
It's not gonna sound good on the radio, Susie. Just stop it.
It was great in here.
Yes, it was beautiful. Amazing.
what kind of morning food do we get?
Kind of morning food? Yeah, I don't
What
know.
time is it that
Haven't woken up
we
yet.
wake up?
Haven't woken up yet.
I only
I got
meditate for 4
jammies.
hours.
Listen,
Yeah, we're only sleeping.
We're ready to go.
sleeping, quote unquote, half the night.
We're good. We're up.
In the middle of the night, you all wake up to a shout of one of the guards outside. You only hear one of their voices screaming.
Oh no. Besides Cruven.
Each of your passive perception, you have the highest. The only ones that wake up are Rowan and Kells.
I have
You two,
Oh, so
on the
we
other
are the only
hand,
ones
are
rolling
asleep.
I have 2 percept. Wait, what's this
I
perception?
run out the door and I have like orc jammies
So we both
on.
roll perception.
Orc
then.
Jim?
No.
Yeah, I get like I
I'm
have
using your
pajamas with like
passive
orcs all
Oh.
over.
Okay. All
So
right.
what you do when you're not looking for things?
Yeah, I have 12.
So you two wake up. So you wake up and you stop meditating. You run outside, right? And what you see is that one of the guards has been killed The other one is
No,
just.
it's not the one I was friends with.
The other one is. The other
no,
one
you're
is.
friends with the butler.
But one of the guards too was nice to me.
Yeah, the other one is, so one of the guards is kind of like holding the other one, the dead one. When you get out there,
She's like, she looks to see if
Oh
it's.
my god, what happened?
Is he dead?
he says out of nowhere something just came out and killed him.
Was it like
you
a
just
shadow?
you just hear metal on metal and then just dead, like he's just gone.
Wait, that guy, the one that was holding the other one?
No, the one who was that's how the person died.
goodness,
He just heard metal on metal, and when he turned around and saw it, he was already dead.
Yeah, but how will we know if he's not lying? Can we check the 2 races on him now?
The what?
The
Can we
races
check
on
the
the
races of the 2 knights?
I don't want to take his helmet off when he's dead. That seems really disrespectful.
What do you mean?
Is he my
Did you
friend?
do that?
He's not my friend. Oh, thank
While you're
God.
doing that, I want to do a charisma thing just to like tell him I just want to check the wounds and see what caused it, so that he feels a little bit better about us, doing that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do
Yeah,
a
do that
charisma.
It's all right.
Oh, he was fine with it?
Yeah.
Oh well, even if he wasn't, I have a 17.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely.
He's very
fine.
calm about the whole situation.
Okay, so do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'm pulling the helmets on.
Okay.
Both of them?
No,
Well, I
just
mean,
one.
I pull off the
Put these in my pocket.
The dead one, he was an elf.
No,
And you can see that he was stabbed going upward. So where the helmet ends, in the gap between the
It has to be
armor
something
and the
smaller than
helmet,
him.
right? It was stabbed upward, so it went up through his neck and then into his head.
So, it would have to be someone who knows how the armor
Can I
works
check
too.
and see what
Maybe.
kind of blade caused it? Like if it was I'd imagine it was a dagger of some sort.
It is a very
Slim.
roll. Make an investigation check.
A 10.
You can tell that it's a very wide blade. Like you can tell that the blade was very wide,
Like
but
a
it
cleaver?
didn't go very far in. It was very short, but very wide.
Oh.
Kind of like a dagger,
Like a dwarf.
or like a
A
short,
door?
They're short, but they're like
short and wide.
Okay.
Did I see anything like besides that on him?
On him, no.
It's
that he
just
was
that one?
Just that he was an elf, and then he's dead.
Do you wake us up?
Yeah, I'll go. Well, I don't want to leave that other guard alone now.
I'll stay here.
Okay, you stay here. You defend the house. I'll go in. Actually, I'll call for my owl and have that go wake you up because I don't want to leave.
Oh wait, does my little buddy wake up too?
Thadrum?
Yeah, Thadrum.
Thadrum notices that you left. He wakes up, and you're just not in the room anymore.
Can he wake up him then?
Well, he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't know what's going
So
on.
I send
He
my
just
owl
hears
to wake him up.
Yeah.
I send
He
my
hears
owl
that
to
he
go
sees
wake
the
up
door
room.
close and my tail disappear.
Okay.
Is that possible to do? Can I
What?
send my owl to wake them up?
Make an animal handling check.
Okay.
I wonder if
I'll
I'm
simulate
chewing
the
too
dice roll.
loud. Probably chewing way too loud.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Animal handling is the second one.
+4, so that's 10.
10. The owl goes, and the owl wakes up. Cruven, under the bed, it dives down.
You just hear my head hit the bed. Boom.
Actually, no. Cruven.
What a wake up call.
It knocks me back
It goes
out.
and it starts pecking at the door. Cruven,
Oh yeah, the door isn't open.
this time make a perception check.
Oh,
Give you, let me give you a chance here.
I got 14.
And add.
That's it.
You don't have.
No, I don't have.
Do you have what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 0.
0. Okay. So it's a 14.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up to the sound of You wake up to the pecking sound.
I'm just like, what
And
the?
Thadrum, who's already awake, is
So
like,
he probably
whoa.
sees.
So you both go up,
Yeah.
and you're like, what in the world?
So if you
I'm
wanna
holding
wake
my
up-
head because I hit it. against
But
the
they don't
back.
know what's going on.
Ah. Okay.
Take 10 health.
Oh no.
Your character dies. Because you hit your head on the bed.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Thadrum and I look at Thadrum like, come on, man.
All right. So you go out and you
Adventure awaits.
So my owl is just gonna lead you out.
and you see that the doors are open.
And I go to wake up Steve. I'm just like,
Steve's gone.
oh, what do we do? Steve's gone. The plot thickens.
But Thaldrum already knew that, though, right?
Yes, he noticed that he wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I run out too.
So you and Thaldrum both run out to find Steve guarding it, and you
Distraught.
inspecting the dead body.
I assume that. What is it? Olaplina?
Yeah.
I assume that you're sneaking around somewhere because I don't see you. I'm like, oh, she's a sneaky cow. That makes sense.
What a sneaky elf.
When really,
I
I'm just
say-
in my room meditating.
And then me and Thaldrum come out, and I'm like, we are here.
Like, there's a dead guy.
Hey, God!
They did this.
I did not do anything of this.
I think it was the guard over there.
I look at the guard with a look of betrayal.
He's like sitting next to me. I was like, don't tell him, but I think he killed him.
Is there any?
I look at Kel's like, is this true?
No. We have no idea what happened, but we suspect that it was like a rogue or something.
My hand gets off the
Excuse
sword.
me.
Not you.
Can
You're
I-
meditating.
Yeah, you're
fine. You have an alibi. Can I ask the god?
We all have a
If
lullaby.
you saw anything.
I was meditating.
You're working for the dwarves. No. So I asked the god, like what else if he saw anything, or if it was just the sound from behind him.
He said he's like, I saw nothing. I just turned around 1 second, just one time. I just turned around, and he was gone.
Well, this is something we're definitely going to have to discuss with the king. I mean, obviously, we're either being targeted or.
While she's
the
saying
king is.
this, I am valiantly looking for tracks
That is a good idea.
with a big smile on my face because adventure awaits.
So you're looking for tracks?
I'm looking for tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Did you guys all want to investigate?
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll,
asleep.
I'll do an investigation too.
Yeah.
Because I was
assume that
already
you're
checking
already
out the
doing
body.
No, keep my investigations
Now
negative
you were
one.
now you were meditating.
I meditate for 4 hours.
Okay, so this is like halfway through the night. So I guess you'd already be up and about. So I
Okay.
guess.
So
So-
Can
What I'm
we
gonna
say like
say-
she heard me hit
What
my
I'm
head
gonna say
on the
is
bed?
you were.
Yeah, I like that.
What I'm gonna say is you were kind of like off to the side.
Okay.
But you kind of start coming back and you're seeing that the doors are open.
Okay.
So you can go out there now.
Okay, I'm out here.
You're meditating and then you just hear a foot. Ow!
What?
Yeah, he hits his head so hard. He hits his head so hard against his bed that the entire house
But
shakes.
he's an orc, so it's fine. He has strong bones.
You've got good constitution. I put a lot of points into that.
I've got endurance.
Okay.
Like he's walking, he's like missing half his face. I've got endurance. Let me tell you something.
You're
Okay.
missing part of your brain. My intelligence was already a -1. I'm not missing much.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so
You
I
took away
kind
the
of
bad half.
I kind of walk out and I just kind of look at Kel's like,
There's a dead man, and we're trying to figure out what happened.
got it. Okay.
Okay, so can I roll for the investigation to look for tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Me?
You guys wanna
You
investigate?
did poorly.
Well, I also have
investigate.
-1.
Yeah, each of you make an investigation check.
Oh, okay.
Do-
Oh, 18.
And let's say that they filled you in too on
So,
what's
okay.
going on.
Yeah,
I got
18.
10.
16.
18.
Yeah.
I got a 3. So I'm like seeing leaves. I'm like, are those footprints?
It just
Did he drop the leaves?
you check the tracks that are where the guards were standing. And you're just and they go in a circle and you're literally just walking in the circle that the guards were walking in.
And I'm like,
I'm on to
we're
something.
on it. We're on the trace.
Guys, come look at this. Let me
And
show
then
you.
I see rabbit tracks. I'm like, there's a third one.
Let's quiet down a little bit so we don't clip our mics,
Okay.
unless we already did. So I
Okay.
think we might have. We got really loud there.
Okay.
So when you rolled
I hit a 10.
16.
18.
okay, you two, she notices it first, but after she says something, then you immediately notice that there is a card, sort of like a business card, left on the ground.
Oh, well, that's
With-
not very smart.
What kind of idiot leaves a business card?
Here's my calling card.
It says
Here's where I
Jameson Retail
live, where I
Service on
get
it.
paid, what I do, my phone number.
This is a nice business card, like the one I made for my radio show, Dead Air. Tune in. That's on
Okay.
Oh, God.
Shameless
God.
self-
The ones I made for that are very nice. It's
Okay,
a very nice business
anyways.
card. So this business card has no address or anything, right? No phone, like there's no phone number. It's like this is medieval stuff right now.
No-
We're doing fantasy.
Well, what kind of business card?
So it's like a business card type thing.
What's on
And
it?
So it's just got a logo. The logo is a V, and the V, so it's a V, and then down one side of the V. So there's the two. It's like a V is made of two lines,
Got
right?
it.
One of the lines has like a lightning bolt going down it.
Okay.
Volt.
Huh.
Would that be related to history at all? Like, is it?
Would you like to make a history check?
I would.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll that dice. Die. Roll that die.
I have 0
Oh,
history.
plus 2, so 16.
16. This has nothing to do with history whatsoever.
Okay.
You
So
made,
it's no big family name, nothing.
You made a history check. You kind of like ponder. You're like, do I know anything about this symbol? No, I've never seen it before.
So it's relatively new.
Okay,
or
so
just
it's
underground.
like it has to be new.
Because
with
if it's
the
a prominent Assassins League, I've never heard of them.
uprising. So, huh.
Have I
I
ever
kind
seen
of
it,
followed
like,
the general pathway the business card was on. Like, I obviously had
so
to.
you're just leaving the business card on the ground.
No,
I'll
we picked
pick
it
it
up.
I've never.
I'm
so
gonna give
I've-
it to Kelly.
Who
She
picked it
keeps
up?
better track of
All right, add
things.
that to your. Add that to your.
Do you mind if I?
The back of your sheet.
Can I do like a check to see if like I've ever seen it? Like, cause I was on a boat and I've done like shady stuff.
That's a good point.
Yes, make a history check.
Is that a D20?
Yeah. And then add your history modifier. I'm saying history because I can't think of anything else.
I got a
that would be
3.
better for this right now.
You got a 3?
You got a 3?
I got a 1, and then it's fun. I think
You're
it's-
like, that's vaguely something that I've seen, but I think it's just because it's the letter V. So did you hear what happened?
Yeah,
Lightning bolt going down one side of the V?
Harry Potter did it.
No.
So I just kind of followed the general direction of like
Where it was?
Where it came
it's
from.
it's alone.
It's-
There's-
No
you-
footprints?
Well, you can't tell which angle it was dropped at.
Okay.
Like it's just on the ground.
Okay.
But
well,
there
can
were
I
no
still
other
explore
footprints
farther?
anywhere?
No.
I found footprints.
Thank you,
I'm
Craig.
like, he's onto something. I follow him.
Can I
At this point, Cruven is like on the ground, like eyeing them. Like he's like looking like really carefully. He's like,
Guess he's
these are some feet. Like,
Well, you see, the best way to understand the footprints is to be a footprint.
Right.
Can we explore farther? Like, can I take the?
You know what? I'm going to send my owl
I don't know.
up.
Can you?
Can I send my owl up and like have it scan the area from above?
That's even
Do
better
you
idea.
speak with animals as a spell?
I believe so.
Check.
I think it's one of my actual traits.
Let me see. Let me see your sheet.
I don't know if it's on this.
How's the footprints?
Okay.
coming?
So you guys can kind of formulate a
They're
plan
there.
right now while I look at this. Speak with animals. Yes, it is a spell that you can use. So you can tell your owl to do something if you want.
Yes.
Okay. Let's.
Because how do I put this? If you send your owl up in the air right now, and you just say, if you're like flying, you kind of throw it in the air, it's gonna fly, obviously. But it's like, how are you gonna know if it sees? Like, it's not gonna come down and say, "Hey, let me tell you something." Like, I saw this guy,
I saw a doozy.
and this guy looked like he just robbed a bank. Like, no.
All right.
So yeah, you're gonna have to definitely ask him.
Okay. Does anybody? Would you be the voice of my owl, or is that just who does that?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay.
All right. So I go to speak with my owl, my friend.
You have to cast your spell.
All right. I cast that spell. So
All right, use up one of your spell slots.
What's your owl's name?
it's like.
So go back. Yep, it'll say spell slots used, and you're gonna write 1. So you get 2 a day. So
Yeah.
you get 2 a day. So
So I
that's one
use
of your
one.
spells a day. And because you just woke up, that
Wow.
means that you've got 1 more left for this entire day.
Oh.
At this point,
Worth it.
the sun is starting to kind of rise.
So it's like 5 a.m.
So it
Yeah.
could see something possibly, but at this point, this person seems to.
So
know
you
what they were
ask your
doing.
owl.
Should I?
I mean,
Like, do we
okay.
think we're gonna
What do
see
you
anything?
think he could see? Because it's been about like 5 hours since the attack.
Has it really? No,
He
it
said
just
was like
happened.
middle of the
No.
night.
It just happened.
Yeah, no. It was late in the night. It wasn't like right in the middle. It was kind of
Oh.
like it was like early morning.
Well, if it's
Gotcha.
5
But we all
a.m.
woke
If it's
up
like
to
5
it,
a.m. right
so
now,
we
when
were
did it
here
happen?
right
it's
when
not
it
like 5
happened.
a.m. It's more like 3 a.m. type.
I hear you ask if
Okay.
you should ask your owl something. I look to Steve like, she really is crazy.
She,
Okay. Yeah.
I can talk to
I
dragons,
think so.
think.
Just to
And we
scan
thought
the
she was
area.
the smart one. Owls can't talk.
All right, so I go and I speak with my owl. I use that spell, and I ask him to
Him? What's your owl's name?
I used to have the
Greg.
name. No, I don't. Sorry.
All right, by next session, I want your owl to have a name.
Olgird.
Bulgard?
Olgird
Okay.
the owl.
I was like,
I
'cause-
can't say it
because-
with my accent, so we're just gonna have to go with it.
Names are, owl names are cool.
Okay.
So his name is Olgird.
With an O?
Yes.
Okay.
Olgird. So I send Olgird
That sounds like old beard.
Anyways.
up in the air to scan the area
I yell,
and
Olgir, do a flip.
report back to me whatever he sees.
All right. He flies up into the air. He like darts up, and he kind of like you see him like kind of do like this big circle around the thing. So you know how I said you had bushes around? When he's up there, he
You can
sees
see through.
he sees over in the bush. He sees the bush just kind of shake really quickly at one time, and then just he vaguely sees something appear and then just fall back into the shadows. So it comes out of the bush shakes, it's kind of revealed for a second, and then it's away. But the thing is just it's running.
He can't pick anything up.
No.
That's
So he
what
comes
it
back
is.
and he tells you all of that. He tells you that he sees. He said he thinks he saw something, rather somebody. He said they looked short.
So that could be
Wait,
a
what was-
So that
it was-
confirms
wait,
our
wait.
suspicion.
or
It was dwarves, and what was the other ones that were halflings?
halflings and dwarves.
I want to hear the owl's voice.
Are you really gonna make me do this right
Yeah.
now?
You're making me, this is RP right now.
I really want to hear the owl's voice.
Okay, it's got to be something like really raspy and loud, like a kind of like a.
Hello!
Yeah, it was.
I saw a short guy in the bushes.
But he stutters. So he's like the bush, and that's how
He's
it
an
goes.
owl. He's
So-
wise. He's not going to be like a normal parakeet bird.
So
That's just-
at that where
You're shocked too.
where this thing is disappearing out of a bush, so now you know what direction they're in. It's not in the front of where you guys are. It's kind of diagonal from the front doors,
I start running.
and it's heading.
we send
it's-
you
I
out.
got
to-
acrobatics, so I do a flip over the wall.
and it's heading back toward the town.
It's a circus.
So what you found is you have found a business card with a V on it, and you found.
Maybe it's the circus.
Wait, I can't chase him?
I went.
It would
I
make
left.
sense if
I mean, I
didn't
got
know what it was.
aerobics and athletics.
Yeah, I ran.
We see at this point our show is over.
Oh,
It is 7:01,
Oh.
and cliffhanger. We'll leave it there.
All right.
Just keep going overnight.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Hey, there is an overnight in
right.
May.
That's what we're doing.
Yes.
Sorry to all the
can
other
we get a
shows.
slot?
Perhaps for the slot for the overnight, we could maybe even.
We should do it 3 to
we
5.
We should see if we can do like a double slot.
Okay, if we raise the most
like
money, we get
if
dibs.
there's 2 slots open, like that no one wants, we can ask if we can double up.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we do our?
Like when people ask me, because they'll ask me, "Hey, I want this slot." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, that slot's
See.
taken over."
Just when you print this sheet, like when you print the sheet for the slot, like tell Mr. Olson, I'm gonna he's the man in charge above Corey. Like,
He's the teacher. And
it's like
I'm the
Corey, and then
peripheral.
there's him, then there's Corey, and then there's.
Then there's the dirt, and then there's Raymond.
You're so nice. You're so funny.
But yes, we will.
Yeah, no.
We'll
So when
sort
the
out
moment you print the
charge.
sheet, just write it down. So you can expect sometime in May, I believe.
Which
For a
will
lot
actually
longer of
be
a
on
show,
a Thursday.
But it will be early. Like it's gonna be like really late at night, or it's gonna be really early. So stay tuned for that, and we'll give some news on that.
Well,
during
the
our next
overnight
show.
starts out on a Thursday, so we could go from 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 11.
Overnight.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 6-hour show, isn't it?
That's a campaign.
Do you have a problem with that?
We'll talk about it. Let's not promise anything over the air.
Yeah. This is one of those like.
These are ideas.
This is like
If
a
you,
team meeting
You know what?
type
If you really
thing.
want this,
Yeah.
make us know. Let us know. You know, we have a pledge
We don't
drive
want
coming
it.
up,
Don't
and
let
if you
us know.
really want this, support us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Buy our shirts.
DJs and Dragons at gmail.com.
The letter N. DJs and Dragons,
Yep.
not and.
Same thing with our Twitter and Instagram. So if you want to send us fan art or
YouTube?
just write to us,
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. That would help us out a ton, and Twitter, and especially
Subscribe
YouTube.
our YouTube channel.
It's
Appreciate you.
on YouTube. It's DJs and Dragons. So
yeah, I could change that.
it's
No,
not.
I think that's better.
You can't see it because this is the radio, but that logo right there, that's our logo.
It's off.
Oh, what?
Anyways,
Rip.
let's go ahead and wrap it up.
All right.
All right.
That's our show.
All right, you're listening to 89.1 WPHS Warren, Sterling Heights, the Exile Radio. This has been DJs and Dragons with Raymond, Corey, Cece, Katie, and Rowan. Make sure you stay tuned next week to find out if we find this halfling and or dwarf.
Thursdays
From 5 to 7.